What's up? I was about to have this talk with myself this morning, but I figured I might as well share it with you too, because it may resonate with you. But before we get started, this is not my car. I'm not one of those douchebags who claims to be a car. I need a quiet spot over here in the corner to record, and that car just happens to be parked here. But it is fucking cool. All right, stick around. Okay, there's two things I notice about myself. If I don't work out and exhaust this massive amount of energy that I retain on a normal day, all the calories create energy with my body type, my DNA, and if I don't exhaust that energy, if I don't go blow that energy, I will turn that energy from something that could be positive, such as lifting weights, exercising, into something that could be, that is, not can be, that is always, in my experience, extremely fucking negative. Fighting with my girlfriend, yelling at my kids, being mad at myself, and everything else. So I noticed that the amount of energy my body produces, if I don't find a way to fucking get it out of my system, then I'll destroy and burn everything around me, because I have so much energy that I want to destroy things because I need something to rebuild, because I need to fucking release the energy. It's a terrible way to live. When I miss gym days, I feel guilt and shame just because I'm so accustomed to doing it. But then even worse is I have this energy inside of me, and it causes me to get extremely anxious, to get overly aggressive, and everything else, and it's a frustrating process. If you find yourself in a situation where you're angry a lot, you have a lot of anxiety, you're stressed out, you're starting fights with the people you care most about, and you can't figure out why the fuck you're doing it, it's because you need to get that energy out of your body. Your body's retaining energy, and it's finding some way to get that energy spent. And a lot of times, your body's natural tendency to spend energy when you're not forcing it through exercise is to simply cause problems, anxiousness, anxiety, and moving around. Now, the second part of this video I want to talk to you about is the number one struggle in my life right now. I'm going to share it with you. The number one struggle in my entire life right now is me comparing myself to other people. And more often than not, I compare myself to other people that are not even in my wheelhouse. They don't do what I do. They have nowhere near the nice life as I have, or any of that shit. And I compare myself to those people, which distracts me from the main goal, which is growing. Myself growing. Not worried about how other people are growing. Not worried about how much money other people are making, or how many transactions other people are doing, or what fucking lifestyle they live, or whether they're gossiping, or whether they're hating, or whether they're talking about me behind my back. None of that shit matters to me. And I compare myself to these other people. Well, is this person better than me? Do they make more money than me? Do they have a better life than me? Are they on point? Are they living better than me? Are they in better shape than me? And I compare myself, and I spend all this time comparing myself to 9 times out of 10 something that doesn't even matter. Whether that person was better than me in certain areas or not, we all know that we're all created equal. Now, that may mean that you're more athletic than me, I may make more money than you, or vice versa, but it all evens out in the end, right? But a lot of times we'll spend, I know every time that I've spent my time looking at somebody else to see how we compare to each other. It's been a colossal waste of time. It gets me down, because a lot of times all we have are the facts. We don't have the facts. All we have are the things that people release on the internet or talk about or whatever. So we don't know the downside of people's lives. So when I'm having a bad day and I compare myself to somebody else, I find myself in a situation to where I feel like that person's better than me, and I get mad at myself, and then I go through that same whole cycle, especially if I don't exercise, of self-destruction and anxiousness. When 9 times out of 10, those people are suffering just as bad, if not worse, than me. So here's the 2 lessons today for you. Number 1, if you find yourself anxious, nervous, starting a lot of fights with people you care, get your fucking ass in the gym. Quit being a lazy little bitch and get your fucking ass in the gym and let some of that energy out. Plus, it won't help you to have a little fucking bit of a muscle mass on you, to be a little bit leaner, to look a little bit better, to be able to run a little bit harder, to be able to work a little bit longer. That shit won't fucking hurt you anyway. The second takeaway for the day is don't compare yourself to other people. God damn it, that's a fucking waste of time. And it's so frustrating and detrimental to your positive mental attitude. It never fucking works out the way. It's rare that you see somebody and you're like, yeah, I'm fucking better than them. Because I tell you what, you know the truth about you, but you'll never know the truth about the people you compare yourself to. Share this video if it took home for you. Let's go close some sales as we closers.